Build creative confidence. Beat the inspiration addiction. Join the Writer's Gym. I was reflecting recently on the most upsetting advice I was ever given by my first serious creative writing teacher. It wasn't advice in the sense of do this or do that, but that doesn't mean it wasn't advice, because as the 10 Commandments are an example of, the first commandment being there is only one God, that's not telling you to do something in that same way. This advice wasn't phrased as advice, but this is what the advice was. People don't write their novel until they have, and I quote, sorted their life out. Ouch! I was about 26, I think, 27. I had a stalker. I was living above a very noisy drug dealer and his friends. And I had finally got the memo of making space in my life for a writing course. And to do that, I needed to move my freelance career around. Was it because I'd grown enough confidence to do it? Not really. It's because I'd grown enough despair to do it. I just had realised that I had stepped away from writing completely and non-deliberately. And it wasn't confidence that brought me back. It was despair. Now, I kind of get what she means, because now I live somewhere I feel very, very safe. I feel able to close the door and say to the person that I live with, I'm having time for this thing. And I'm able to do that because I'm not scared that somehow my world is going to go away while I'm not interacting with it. And when our lives are up in the air, that can be a really hard thing to feel. So I totally get where she was coming from. Here, though, is a kinder and I think truer way of looking at that. It's not a ladder. It's not do this thing first so you can do that next thing. It's a circle you can enter from any point. And I believe I am proof of that, because once I had taken that step of booking a writing course, being in a room with other writers, and remembering that I wasn't alone with this and that I was capable of growing as a writer, everything else took on a slightly different perspective. Because when we put our most important things in place, other things get clearer. And I see that today in the writing time I've had this morning before I record this. Not, I must record a bunch of things and then I'm allowed to do my writing. Nuh-uh. I do my writing first and I then move outward into the world doing other things. That order has really helped me. Creating my internal life means that I utilise my external life with greater calm and greater clarity. So what I'm saying about this, certainly for me, and I hope for you if it appeals to you, is we don't need to either wait or think we have to get everything sorted before we write the novel. Taking the steps that allow us to be in our head with the novel tend to be in the right direction of whatever sorting our lives out means to us. And that will mean very different things to very different people. So here is a think on the page that I use with myself in those wobbly moments where I do feel like something needs to change or needs to happen in order for me to have a good, healthy space in my head. Think on the page number 1. If I am making an assumption about my time and what goes in it, what might that assumption be? 2, if I were making an assumption about my life and the things that happen in it, what could that assumption be? Think on the page. This isn't for me. This isn't for your family. This isn't for your friends. Nor is it something to judge, nor is it something to have a positive or negative opinion about. Like every other kind of writing, when we approach it in a state of curiosity, we learn the most, we have the most ideas come to us, we have the most focused flow experience of moving through them. And like any other writer's gym exercise, doing it regularly pretty quickly makes it feel natural. That thing that we believe is a thing that usually actually means we've just got better at it. It's become part of our muscle memory and our emotion memory, our sense of who we are and what we're capable of. So that is the extremely upsetting advice I'm very, very grateful for. Now I've found my version of that story. I hope you enjoy finding yours with those questions. You've visited The Writer's Gym with author and coach Dr. Rachel Knightley. Production and sound design are by Ashley Lexine, and theme music is by Chris Gregory.